What's up YouTube, Barcode here, bringing you another Epic 7 video. This video is going to be pretty much a proposal to the creators, developers, producers, whatever you want to call it, to Epic 7 to fix the energy and gold issue. There's a huge issue. Everybody talks about it. Just content creators are doing things with it. I am going to put my 2 cents in on it because I literally can't play the game anymore. I'm going to run out of gems shortly, in maybe an hour. I'm going to run out of energy, and I won't be able to play anymore until my full recharges, which take 11 hours, but that's a different story. So this proposal is going to be a written proposal that I've written out, and I'm going to explain it on video as of why I did it and what it's about. Not only is energy and gold a resource that has very minimal gains, they are a resource that is in super high demand, right? I mean, everything revolves around gold and energy, and we need these things to progress in the game. There's 4 places where gold is highly used and needed, and that's leveling gear, crafting gear, promoting, and secret shop. I've pretty much broke down everything that I could to figure out how much gold is being spent. So first, leveling equipment. We roughly have to spend about 10.75 gold per experience point. Okay, let's take a level 85 piece of gear as an example. Roughly, from level 1 to 9, when leveling up a piece of eye level 85 piece of gear, purple, it takes about 205,200 gold. Okay, from 9 to 12, it's 208,249 gold. Then from 12 to 15, it's 413,971 gold. This is a total of 827,420 gold just to level 1 piece of gear. That's a total of 827,420 gold from level 1 to level 5 or level 15, whatever. That's assuming that we don't trash the gear due to bad rolls, like since we're leveling up to 15. So say there's 3 subs and the 4th sub is a crap sub, right? And it's like a flat, and the +6 rolls into the flat, or the +6 rolls in the crit and the +9 rolls in the flat. Are you going to level that up all the way? Most of the time, no, because it's just so many substat that you're missing out on rolls. So generally, you know, you're just wasting some majority of the time. You know, you don't RNG sucks, so you're wasting like 100 to 200,000 gold every time just to try to test out these subs. Lots of gold wasted, lots of gold needed to test these things, and lots of gold needed just to get it to +15. Crafting equipment, here we go. 70,000 per piece of level 85 gear. Now let's assume everyone is purple. Okay, 10 pieces with really good RNG, random number generator. You keep probably 2, maybe, if you're lucky. Most of the time 1, but most of the time you're gonna keep 2-ish. Okay, you spent 700,000 gold to craft 10 pieces that you're keeping 2. You're losing 560,000 gold. Just assume that you sell those other 8 crappy pieces of gear. They're 15,000 each, so you're netting back 120,000. So it's a total waste of 440,000 gold every time you're crafting a gear, right? Horrible, horrible. Don't forget that getting these crafting materials takes a ton of energy in Wyvern, right? Also, you need to go to level them up. You know, if it's purple gear and it's a 4 flat stat, you're rolling when you roll it to +3, it's gambling RNG. Yeah, I get it. Gacha games are gambling practically, right? It's how lucky you can be, but to a point. you still need the resources to do it and the abilities to be able to do it. And then there's promoting, right? Assuming you are starting from the bottom of the barrel, right, in resources, 150,000 gold is needed to make 1 5-star into a 6-star. All right, 200,000 from promoting the 5 4-stars to a 5-star. Okay, 400,000 promoting 23 stars to 4 stars, and 600,000 gold promoting 62 stars to 3 stars. That's a total of 1,350,000 gold to promote to one character to a 6-star. That's a ton of gold as well, right? I can deal with that. I can deal with that much gold to promote someone to 6-star if the resources were coming in all the time. Like, if I had the ability to farm like I usually do all day long and have the gold coming in, then I'd be okay with that. Okay, now the secret shop. Now, farming the secret shop is definitely an important step in the game to progress quicker than you could than just trying to farm hunt. You should definitely be checking it every hour. Once you hit level 50, which is the max level for secret shop, that's when item level 85 gear drops, right? So you definitely want to keep an eye on this, because there's bookmarks, there's item level 85, you can get decent gear. Now let's just take again a purple eye level 85 piece of gear that would be drop in secret shop, right? 1,100,000 gold to purchase. Okay, now if it's in the shop, I'm not going to count any type of waste, because you're only buying a piece of gear if every single substat is perfect. If you're buying pieces of gear in the shop that have flat stats, then that's on you. I mean, that you're wasting gold, right? So anytime you buy a piece of gear from the shop, it's got to be perfect substats. If it's a speed set with a speed boots set with speed, and then there's crit rate, critical damage, and attack percentages, all that, right? Yeah, that's something you want to buy, right? But if there's a flat set in there, you don't. However, pieces of gear like that cost 1,100,000 gold, and you're gambling on the last substat to not be a flat stat, it sucks. So I'm okay with paying 1,100,000 gold in the secret shop as well, but we need the resources to come in to pay for that, so I can buy that plus level it up, which is going to take more gold. So all this is in general terms, right? I'm talking just in general. There's a lot of different aspects to think about, right? Like, you can get gear from hunts, you can get gear from events and raids, whatever, right? And that's just talking about constant farming to end game, okay? But let's just take this for example, right? Let's take just one piece of gear, average it out. Like, to get a good piece of gear, averaging out with shops and crafting or whatever, it's like 273,000 gold. That's kind of what a piece of gear, after doing math with everything, that's kind of what one piece of gear is worth to someone, right? Let's average out that maybe 3 pieces of gear is free from farming, hunts, raids. I'll give you guys that, right? 2 pieces of gear from crafting, maybe, if you're lucky. 1 from the shop. That's 6 pieces of gear for one character, one hero, right? So 273,000, right? You add 827,420 gold to level that piece of gear to 15. Okay, 1,100,753 gold, whatever, for one piece of gear. Multiply that 6 times, because you have 6 pieces of gear. Your hero worth is roughly, like, in just gear, is like 6,600,000 gold. All 6 pieces plus 15 eye level 85 gear. Okay, Not to mention the 1,350,000 to promote the character to 6 stars. So roughly 8 million gold. 6-star character, 6 pieces of eye level 85 gear. Okay, now you put 4 people together in a team comp for player versus environment PvE content. That's roughly 32 million gold. Like, it's ridiculous. It's a lot of gold. Okay, keep this number in mind. All right, keep it in mind. Now let's talk about resources, gold, farming. In order to get all these, you need the farm, right? Whether this is an adventure, hunt, altar, challenges, wherever you're farming, you need energy, you need gems, right? Let's ignore raid, let's ignore labs, penguin selling from Stigma, or the actual equipment that's needed, the gear that's needed to level up the piece of gear that you're trying to level up, right? Which, that's just the stupidest thing I've ever seen, but whatever. They can all be obtained with different energy resources, so I'm not going to talk about that, right? But let's talk about the 4 aspects, and we'll go into adventure first. All right, so let's take World 4.9 as an example, right? Did I say world difficulty? Yep, the world difficulty. Costs 8 energy to run, so that's not that much, right? So say we're farming all day, pocket farming, because that's what you need to do to compete and be competitive, is pocket farm, right? Or if you're working at a computer all day and you're able to put knocks up if you work from home or wherever, you know, you're doing that. Don't ignore the fact that there's chests that have gold in it, anything like that. We're just farming, like auto farming, right? Doing whatever we can in auto farming, not clicking on chests. We get roughly 4,446 gold every run, okay? Take the current amount of energy refresh with 30 gems of 60 energy, which is barf. It's roughly 7 to 8 runs, but let's just be nice. I'm going to be nice throughout this whole video, and let's just round it up. Say we get 8 runs out of 1 energy refresh in just adventure, okay? That is roughly 35,568 gold total obtained from 60 energy, 30 gems, okay? Keep that in mind. Now let's talk about hunts, right? Let's take Wyvern 10, for example. 18 energy to run. Very, very steep energy to run Wyvern 10, okay? Gold drop is a lot nicer. 28,279 gold every run, roughly, okay? Sometimes it drops gear, which majority of the time is sold, right? Because it sucks. But sometimes you get the good gear. Sometimes it doesn't drop gear. Sometimes it drops a piece of a bookmark, like 1, which I think it should be. I think they should give you 5 if it drops a Wyvern, right? But it gives you 1 piece of bookmark, okay? And there's other things that drops. So I won't take into account of selling gear for gold or anything like that, because you need gear to level up gear. So I'm not taking that into effect, okay? So to level up the maybe usable gear that you get, it's 60 energy for 30 gems, right? So that's 3 to 4 runs of Wyvern. Let's just round up and be nice again. To every energy refresh, you get 4 runs of Wyvern, okay? 113,116 gold per refresh. Keep that in mind as well. All right, now challenges. The only challenge you should farm ever when it's open is Rose Apostle challenge, okay? And that's for the lesser rings, the necklace charms, the lesser rings and lesser necklace charms, and the non-existent greater charms, right? The non-existent ones, because they never drop ever. So preferably you want to farm at the highest level you can. Bring a farmer, 3 fodder, blah blah blah. I've talked about this before. Let's just take challenge hard, for example. 10 energy to run, so that's 6 runs on 60 energy, 1 energy gem refresh, right? You get roughly around 5,000 gold per run, along with the pieces of crap feed gear or lesser charms and stigma. Okay, so on a full energy refresh, you get about 30,012 gold. Okay, so far Wyvern is the best gold per energy refresh, so let's just keep that in mind as well. And one of my favorite places to farm is Altar. Everyone needs to farm Altar at some point, whether it's to awaken your characters, you know, the 6-star max awoken for those extra stats, or if it's one of those specialty characters where majority of the best meta characters in the game are specialty characters and they're 3 stars. So it's pretty sweet that we have that, and I appreciate that. But Altar, everyone needs to farm Altar. The good thing for this and specialty tree characters is Altar only, I mean, you can farm Altar stage 7, right? Because that stage 7 drops medium, low, medium, high runes, right? And in the skill trees, you only need the medium runes to skill up that skill tree. Okay, so that's good, right? So you can farm stage 7, you can bring a farmer and 3 fodder like that. Now, just off the record, I just 6-starred Angelica, so I have her in here, but I usually farm this with 3 fodder. So, and Tywin's not geared. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Anyway, so it costs 11 energy to run an Altar, right? Stage 7. So roughly 13,160 gold dropping per run, roughly. Okay, it's 5.45 runs per energy refresh. Round up to 6. Let's be nice. Okay, you know what to do. 79,008 gold per 60 energy, 30 gems. Okay, so Wyvern's definitely the best place to farm for straight gold out of a energy refresh. Alright, so while I'm doing one of my lab tokens, let's take the potentially maxed out hero in full gear amount of gold that I explained earlier, okay? 6,604,000. Now that we have all this calculation BS out of the way, let's just talk about what the problem is and how we can fix it. Getting to this point, we can never really calculate because we don't know how many runs it took to get actual 3 pieces of gear from Hunt, you know, so we don't know energy cost or anything like that. But let's just generalize and say all these 6 pieces of the character came from the Hunt, okay? Even though I talked about only 3 before, 2 from the shop, or 2 crafted, 1 from the shop, whatever. Let's just talk about all 6 pieces of gear came straight from Hunt, okay? The other secret shop crafting gear on somebody else, whatever. In order to max these with straight gold, the 6,604,518 gold, you need to run Wyvern 10 to get, because that's the best gold per energy refresh, right? You need to farm it 234 times for that amount of gold. Okay, that's 4,212 energy. Okay, 4,212 energy, 2,106 gems that are spent in refreshes alone. So I just had to double check my math, right? Sorry about the delay. I had to recheck this math. 4,212 energy. And that's 2,106 gems spent in just refreshes. It's pretty much, it's half. Your energy spent, whatever your energy spent is your gems cut in half. Now, the biggest problem of it all is, where are we getting these gems? Where are we getting them? right? We get some maybe from events or whatever, right? But you have to farm the events, you have to farm the reputation to get these gems. You have to, it's stupid. You can do all 3-star normal and 3-star world, which I already have. Everything is 3-star. I practically beat the normal and world game. Okay, so I don't have the gem refreshes from that. The only thing I'm really getting is from the dailies and the weekly 450 gems that I get from Challenger 5 rewards. Okay, we don't get any from Guild Wars, which we should, along with the summon, the summon tokens. Okay, we hardly get much from labs or raid, so it's not even a factor. We might get lucky with the guild supply chest, but usually I get crap, you know, and it's just so random. But other than that, it's really horrible, right? I can go through 450 gems in refreshes in like a half a day, right? Depending on what you're doing. You know, we get leaves or whatever from events, but we have to spend those leaves on the event to farm it. So it's like, what do we do? Players are practically being forced. They're not forced, because force is like, here, come here, right? Forced, like we're being pulled to have to spend to compete, and it's not right. It shouldn't be done that way. Players should be able to play the game constantly if they want to. There's way more other ways for a business to actually monetize their game in a free-to-play gacha game other than just making resources scarce. So I am proposing to try and fix this problem again, just like many others have before me, right? We had Celia's community support with the petition, which I signed, and many others did. I don't worry about the Molagora thing. That's whatever. You guys put Molagoras in there. Yeah, we need more access to Molagoras, but you guys use the Molagoras on those characters. You should keep it. Anyway, but we have K Gaming and his awesome funny package sent to Smilegate. We have many other content creators discussing this issue, right? So now I'm going to put my 2 cents in, like I said, and how to fix this, right? What I mainly want to fix is energy and gold, and they get to be revamped, and that's it. I'm not asking for anything else, just energy and gold. Now there's multiple things to all this energy and gold, right? There's multiple things that need to be done. So here's my proposal, right? I would like a energy and gold revamp hotfix with also an event, a gold event to come with it. So hear me out. First, there's 6 things that need to be fixed and hotfixed. Okay, fixed and hotfixed, whatever, same thing. Double the gold drop in world adventure only, not normal. Normal is just progression, whatever. You're getting double the gold drop in world and adventure only, because that's where we're farming catalysts. That's where we're leveling up fodder when we're leveling catalysts, and we need that gold. And when we're progressed to that point where we can farm world, we should be getting more reward from that. So double the gold drop in world adventure only. Number 2, lower hunt energy consumption for all stages 1 through 11 by a third. Okay, if you see like level 1 hunt, I think it's like 8 energy or 10 energy or something ridiculous. Like, does that even get farmed? Like, I don't know. In stage 3 for lower level characters, stage 5, whatever. I mean, a lot of people don't even farm that low. So, you know, they just rush lab, which I'm going to do a different video on later. But, you know, it's not farmed like that. But and plus, it just costs too much energy for low rewards. High risk, low rewards, right? So nobody wants to do that. Number 3, raise the energy refills the max energy of player level. Why is that not even a thing? That should be a thing. Raise the energy refills. to your max level. So I shouldn't be getting 60 energy every time I refresh with 30 gems. I should be getting 134 energy back. That would make sense, because I've progressed in this game, I've played this game, I've hit the max level. I'm not a noob anymore. So give me my energy, yo. Cut leveling gear costs by a third. Okay, gear by a third. That's all I'm asking, is by a third. Or if you don't want to cut the cost of enhancing gear and leveling up to plus 15, remove the gear that's needed as an extra resource to level the piece of gear that I'm leveling. Why are we having both? It's such a gold killer. I can't sell the gear unless I have charms, but I can't sell the gear because I need the gear to level the gear. Please cut the crafting gear cost in half, like 35,000. 35,000 is a respectable amount, okay? Because 8 times out of 10 I'm trashing it. Like you sell a level 85 piece of gear for 15k, right? So cutting it in half, the crafting gear costs, it's 35k at the max level. Or is it? Yeah, 70, yep, 35k. So I'm practically selling it for half and getting half my money back. I think that's respectable, okay? Last but not least, increase the charge time of energy naturally refilling. Has anyone ever really noticed how slow it is? At max level, 134 max energy takes 11 hours to refresh. 11 hours. How are we supposed to play the game? Come on. Alright, so after we've hotfixed all these things, right? We've hotfixed all these things. Players should definitely get a compensation of the energy that we've wasted and haven't been able to get over the past. Now, not everyone should get the same reward, because new players shouldn't get the same reward as players that have been playing since day one global, okay? I have a formula for that. So the inbox reward for compensation, you should look at every player's reputation in merchant union and memory chain and use this formula, right? So go into merchant chain, merchant union, whatever, okay? What you want to do is find the consumed amount of energy, okay? Oh my god, I'm tired. Couldn't find it forever. Okay, consume energy, traveler's footprint 25. Take that first number, 76,000 for me, 533 energy spent in this game, okay? Now I go to the memory chain, find out the total amount of logins that you have had, right? That this specific player has had, 104, okay? 104. Now multiply that by 100, and that's just averaging out from level 1 to level 60. Let's just take 100 as your max energy limit, and at that, okay? So you have that number. You take the consumed amount of energy minus the total natural energy charge, is what I call it, right? We'll get the actual energy refreshed number. Energy refreshed number, divide that by 3. Actual energy refreshed. The 3 is actually just being nice because the total amount of hours it takes to fully recharge is 11. So 22, 33 hours in the day. Sure, I'm just being nice. So 3. Okay, so take that actual energy refreshed, divided by 4. Now you have this account energy refreshed. Okay, take that divided by 2 for a pity counter, right? A pity counter, because you guys are a business. You're trying to make revenue. I get it. So I'm giving you a pity counter of just dividing it in half for fun, for you, because I get it. I'm a businessman. You guys are too, trying to make money. Sure. Okay, so that equals to this account energy pity refreshed number. Okay, that's what I call it. Divide that by 80, because 1 leaf gives 80 energy, and then you will have your account leaf compensation number. And why don't you just round up to just like I have on everything else, and then you have that number. So for me, for example, I should get 35 leaves in compensation. Now, if you want to do that, that's fine. If not, whatever. But that's just how I feel, because I feel like there's so much potential energy that I have missed out on, and now I can't play the game. I can't do anything. What am I supposed to do? And I plan on playing this game for a very, very long time, so why? And a lot of other people do else too, so why not compensate them for their troubles? If you want to cut that in half too and just give me 17 leaves too, that's fine. As long as you fix the issue for the future, I am good with that. And that's all we want, is the future of this game. Okay, now bear with me now. I know it's been a long video, but now that all these things have gone live, at the same time, I recommend you guys posting out a new gold event for like 2 weeks. Kind of just like this. I made my own Epic 7 gold event. I hope you guys like my art. Now, something like a daily reset for gold, right? If you complete adventure 10 times, you click claim, you get 100,000 gold in the gold token. Finish hunt 10 times, click claim, 1 gold token, 100,000 gold. Alter, 100,000 gold, 1 gold token, okay? Resets daily, right? Then you have all these milestones of 4 gold tokens, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25. And you have nice rewards. You know, it's a pretty much generic gacha event, okay, with milestones. But something to give back to the community, knowing that you're listening to us, that you want us to stick around for the long haul, right? There is other ways you can monetize your game, through skins, through packs, right? Through awesome characters that come out, banners, right? Whales are gonna whale regardless. You don't have to expect to get actual cash money because people need to refresh energy. They're not gonna do that. The minnows and the guppies, or whatever, the sharks, or whatever you want to call them, your small spenders, your mid spenders, right? They're not gonna spend money just on energy. They might have to right now, but they're gonna get old of it. It's gonna get very, very old, okay? That's my proposal to you guys, and I hope that whoever reads it, whoever can see this, whoever, you know, players, creators, developers, producers, whatever, executives of this game, the gold energy revamp will fix any more headaches in the future. The leaf reward compensation will compensate the competitive grinders who pocket farm all day long and compensate their time, right, and their assets, right? And the event will just help with the struggles that we had in the past, and will keep us loyal to you guys so that we don't have to find something else either in the meantime, or find something else all in general and go hardcore in that. So that's my proposal. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you agree, disagree. I don't really care. This is what I'm proposing, and I feel like this would work. So thank you all for watching. Preferably Smallgate, right? Have an awesome day. I'm going to bed after I edit this video for another hour. Good night.